Hey, it's Harith Iskandar, 60-second response. I got a direct message on Facebook from a Joe Harith who asked, Harith, you anti-Melayu ke? Nak dapat sokong non-bumi sebab family you semua tak ada Malays. Lucky your late father Melayu bracket soldier. Kalau dia ada, sedih tengok you sekarang. Okay, I tried to reply to Joe Harith directly on Facebook, but I think he blocked me. I could not do that, so I'm putting it out there. My late father, Colonel Musa bin Muhammad, waktu dia di hutan during the communist insurgency in the 60s and 70s, alongside all the other soldiers daripada berbagai bangsa of the 6th Regiment Rangers, tak pernah fikir kita sedang bertugas untuk mempertahankan bumi ataupun non-bumi. Diorang semua fikir kita bertugas untuk mempertahankan rakyat Malaysia. So I don't think my late father would be sedih to see what I'm doing now. Tapi mungkin dia sedih kalau dia tahu ada juga orang Malaysia zaman ini yang ada mentality yang kata kita hanya boleh sokong bumi atau hanya boleh sokong non-bumi. I'm Harith Iskandar, 60-second response. Saya sokong Malaysia. Hi, Harith Iskandar with a 60-second response. Hamelin TV from IG asked, Mr. Harith Iskandar, why you can't run for Prime Minister? First of all, thank you for the kind message. And secondly, to become Prime Minister in Malaysia, you need to first be the leader of a political party or a coalition. And then your party or coalition needs to win the actual election, at which point the PM is chosen by the members of the parliament, usually made up of members of the winning party. Which begs the question, what if we, the Rakyat, could actually choose the Prime Minister, or any other minister for that matter? So for example, what if we, the Rakyat, could vote for person A to be the Prime Minister, and he's from this party, but we like person B to be the Minister of Education, and he's from a different party, and then we like person C to be the Home Minister, and he's a complete independent, which means instead of ministers being chosen from the pool of people who are members of the one winning party, we get to elect the person that we think could actually be best for the job. So, what about that? Harith Iskandar, 60-second response. Hi, Harith Iskandar, 60-second response. You've heard about the Bandera Putih movement, a wonderful initiative encouraging people who are desperate kepada mana-mana rumah yang terputus bakalan makanan and they need immediate help to reach out by waving a white flag. Tak perlu malu, tak perlu merayu. Now, in the wake of this fantastic initiative, the Ahli Parlimen of Bacho, Nik Ado, responded by saying, angkat tangan berdoa, bukan angkat bendera putih, suggesting that the power lies in prayer and not in a white flag. I have a suggestion. Combine the two. If you're hungry and you have no money and you haven't eaten for 3 days because the ongoing pandemic has destroyed your livelihood, how about you angkat bendera putih and then angkat tangan berdoa and hope that someone sees your bendera putih and brings you and your kids some rice and some vegetables and maybe a little milk because you have been feeding your 6-month-old baby syrup because you couldn't afford milk. That is a true story, by the way. Saya angkat tangan berdoa that you've enjoyed my 60-second response. We've got 20 of these brand new Lenovo ThinkPad laptops. E14 Gen 2. What does that mean? It just means it's canggih, bro. Now we're going to give out 20 of these to the most deserving recipients. The most deserving recipients. If you know that this ThinkPad will absolutely change your life, here's what you need to do, okay? First of all, record a video of yourself and tell us your story. Yeah. Tell us why you think you or the person you know deserves the ThinkPad. Remember, the more real the reason, the more compelling it is, the better the chance that we will notice you and this could be yours. Remember to hashtag the Hope Branch X Systemizer. The Hope Branch X Systemizer. Now I'm so sorry, we've only got 20 of these to give away, but we're also going to be giving away, together with that, a dongle with internet connectivity from Systemizer Technique as well. So, and a bag to carry this. So this can really change your life. If you think this can really change your life, get your video into us now. The Hope Branch X Systemizer. The Hope Branch X Systemizer. We're going to have a cutoff date for this. So the cutoff date is right here. I'm just going to say it right here. This is the cutoff date. Very soon, this could be yours. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another episode of What's Going On Malaysia. As usual, my name is Harith Iskandar, and I want to thank you on this Thursday night, 2 September, for joining me tonight on this rather special episode. Every episode is special. Yes, yeah. Let's just put it out there. But tonight is more special than most. I just want to let you know that this is live. If you are watching live, how do I know it's live? Well, Meritam Ayu says, "Good evening, Harith." Good evening to you, Meritam. Lim Zenib says, "Happy Merdeka, Mr. Harith and everyone. What's going on, Malaysia?" Yes, kita baru lepas Hari Merdeka, iaitu 31 hari bulan August. Happy Merdeka. Good evening, Merlin Fernandez. Good evening, Tira Rama. Good evening to everybody. Good evening, Deepa. Good evening, Latara. Too many names. Too many names. Keep on commenting, guys. Please keep on commenting in the comment section, and also please share this Facebook stream. Share this YouTube stream if you're watching on YouTube. Always on YouTube, I do realize that people are able to log on and start commenting earlier. And memang the comments are already rolling in YouTube section before the program begins, which is really, really interesting. Dah heated up, dah panas. Very, very panas. Yes, so if you are watching on YouTube, click and subscribe on the link, and also click on the little bell down here. That way you will be you will be let you'll be let no you we will let you know when my live comes on before everybody else, so you guys will be first. If you notice, my background is a little bit different because actually I am outstation dengan the whole branch, my NGO, and we are going to Kedah very, very early tomorrow morning to send some relief, some supplies, some electrical goods to the community there who were affected by the floods. And by the way, it's still flooding. Memang still hujan today, and there were still floods in Kedah. So uh, I do wish the very best for everybody who's affected by the floods in Kedah, and the whole branch will be there tomorrow. We've identified a whole community. We're going to be bringing them fridges. We're going to be bringing them washing machines, electrical goods, grocery packs, and just trying to help out as much as we can. If you've not followed the whole branch, please follow the wholebranch.my on Facebook and Instagram. All right, guys, tonight is a little bit of a more somber episode because we will be dealing with an issue, a story that recently went viral over the last, um, I would say, 5 or 6 days. It came to my attention just before, I think I was August 30th, it came to my attention. And it's holding everyone's attention. And the moment I posted up a photo or a poster for what's going on in Malaysia, um, people were immediately commenting and getting into heated arguments. Tonight, we are going to be uh, dedicating this episode in memory of a gentleman who you may all not know by name, but he was Mr. Sagayam, and he was a security guard who was attacked, and we all saw the video if you've seen the clip online. But this attack did not happen recently. It actually happened, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of December 2020. But however, he passed away recently, so almost 8 months later. So that is why we are going to be talking about this tonight. And the person who has I've got in touch with and has agreed to come on the program is, in fact, a nephew of Mr. Thava. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I have not actually met this young man. I am meeting him virtually as well, and I, together with you in the audience, will be getting to know the story behind the story. You've seen the Facebook post, you've seen the Instagram post, you've seen it all on Twitter, and now we get to hear from the nephew of Mrs. Thava. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome into the studio Nelson Raj. Nelson, how are you, sir?
Hello, Harith. Good evening.
Hi.
Good
Good
evening.
evening to you. Thank you so much for coming onto the program.
Yeah, I'm privileged. You're welcome, and
Uh,
thank you and
it,
welcome.
It is my pleasure. So Nelson, I do know we've been communicating over WhatsApp. Um, uh, Thava was your uncle,
Yeah, my uncle.
and
My
how
mom.
how exactly were you related?
My mom's younger sister's husband.
Your mom's younger sister's husband. Okay. So before we get into the history and what's been happening, I believe he was given his final rights. Your uncle was given his final rights. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Mm, Day before.
Day before. And so it must be a very trying time for you. Uh, you told me earlier that you were a little bit exhausted. What's been happening over the
Yeah,
last couple of days?
couple of days. Yeah, very very exhausted. Answering calls from people from NGOs, from various people,
Okay.
various organizations as well.
Okay. So Nelson, let's start at the beginning. Okay.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, the actual incident itself happened December 29th. Am I correct?
Yes,
2020.
2020. Yep. 29th
Uh, it,
December. Yep.
okay. So in your own words, can you tell us what happened? If you remember that day, like what was going on? How did you hear about it, etc.?
Okay. It was actually on December 29th, 2020. It was a Tuesday. So I was back in Klang at my sister's house. It's actually for a vacation due to Christmas, not say vacation, it's a celebration with family at um Klang for Christmas and New Year. And I heard this news from one of my from my auntie. Actually called my second youngest sister who was staying in Kajang. And then she informed that my auntie informed that my uncle has been admitted to the hospital Raja Permaisuri Bainun Ipoh due to some incident that happened at his workplace. That she mentioned that someone already beaten him up, injured, and he got very injured, seriously injured, and he was admitted at the yellow zone of HRPB Ipoh. So one of my, that sister who
Okay.
actually got the info, she called me because she was staying in Kajang. She didn't travel to Klang, and she called me. She informed me that our uncle is in the hospital due to someone has already beaten him up, and then he got seriously injured and admitted at the hospital. And then at the moment, also she gave me a contact number, one of the medical officers who was on duty on that moment at emergency department. So I immediately called that medical officer and asked for further details, what actually happened and so on. So I just got to know a little bit of. He just summarized saying that. Uncle has been admitted into the yellow zone, partially critical zone, due to he had an injury at the right side of the brain, seriously
Okay.
injured right side of the brain. Yeah, and they're doing the management and treatment and so on at that point of time.
So when it's just happened, everybody's getting this news. You're talking to the doctors. Now, I just want to remind everyone that this was end of December 2020, over 8 months ago. Um,
Yep.
at Okay, so at which point did we all, as in the public, saw the visuals from the security camera? But at which point did you or your family, um, after finding out what happened, like having to go to the workplace, and then like what did you think had happened before, and then after seeing the footage, can you walk us through that process?
Okay. At the moment, I just have a thought that he's as I mean my late uncle was a security guard at the Menara Majestic condo at Ipoh, and then I just thought of probably someone had done something which actually been prohibited at that point of time at that place. So probably my uncle would have told him nicely that he could not do something, but I didn't know the actual reason. I just thought about it, and then maybe that
Why
person.
did you think that?
Mm, Normally those homestay guests or maybe the residents or anyone that could have entered that, like that apartment or the Majestic condo there. Example of a Majestic condo there, any other place that they might have thought maybe they can actually go to some places there, or maybe they could do something. But at that point of time, because due to the my uncle was working as a security guard, so he could be asking them, telling them that they can't do actually that particular thing, and there would have been, maybe there might be some argument or what, something
So
like that.
how did you find out later on what actually happened? What like who did
Oh,
you speak to, or what? How was it
later
explained to you?
I spoke to the management side, where I spoke to the manager. The building manager was the one who actually made a report. The
And
nearby
what did
police.
he tell you?
He told me that basically he told me that your uncle has been on duty at the seventh floor at the Menara Majestic condo, where there's this swimming pool and also the gymnasium are supposed to be. And then one of the homestay guests who was there, and then with his kid, I mean with his child, or this, yeah, maybe it's child or son, yeah, with his son. And then at the point of time, he was actually asking for permission whether uh, the child's swimming pool is open or not. And then my uncle told him that due to the CMCO, conditional MCO at the point of time at Perak, the child's swimming pool was closed, and they are prohibited from using it due to the SOP. But this guy refused, and just don't bother about the what my uncle told. And then he went and straight away got into the adult swimming pool, where he actually was using that pool with his son. He just brought his son in and just go on with his activity in the pool. And then my uncle was actually a bit disappointed, and he went to the management and reported this issue to the manager. And the manager himself went to the pool at the point of time, and then told him, you must leave the pool actually, because due to the SOP you cannot actually use the pool. And this guy agreed. But after agreeing, and this manager already went to the lobby, at the ground floor. He got something on to do there. And at that point of time, uh, this homestay guest actually, he was using the pool for more than about 45 minutes. And then after he used this pool, he actually come out of the pool, and straight away uh, went to my where my uncle supposed to be, or my uncle was stationed. And he started asking, or started provoking my uncle, it seems to be, started the argument as well. And then the subsequent event is been
Yeah,
like recorded in the CCTV footages. Yeah.
yeah. So you saw very early on. Were you? They let you saw the security camera footage around
Yeah,
back in the day, and
that was actually later, because I was at Klang. I was back
okay.
to Ipoh on the 4th of January. So immediately the next day, I went to the location, the Menara Majestic condo, to meet the manager, and he actually asked me to sit down, and then I've watched the footages. Then I got to know the
Uh,
news.
so my understanding is that so your uncle ends up in hospital. Did he regain consciousness? Was he conscious at all at any time?
No, he wasn't. Earlier, when he was admitted to the hospital, he was actually admitted to the ward 6B, the neurosurgical ward. And just that was just due before the a major surgery has to be done to his side of the injury. He was actually a little bit in a semi-comatose stage. So actually, he actually told my auntie that someone has beaten him up. My auntie was
Oh,
asking him, and
so he
he told
could he was able to speak a little bit.
a little bit. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So just help me understand this. From what I've read in the reports, the accused was actually charged, or there was a charge against him. So that I guess someone might have made a police report. Was it your auntie who made the police report, or the security company, or
Initial report done by management, the manager, the building.
management? Okay.
Yeah.
And then my understanding is that the accused was charged, and then a date was set for the case,
Case.
which, am I correct that the date then was set for the case to be September 9th?
Yeah, that actually, regarding the case, the hearing, I just got to know after the press conference done by the head of the PDRM, the para PDRM. Just before that, I was not actually informed anything by the investigating officer. Throughout the process for the 8 months, I didn't know what was happening at the police station and what is going on.
When you say you didn't know, is it because someone else knew but you didn't, or what do you mean?
I didn't know personally because I was actually calling the investigating officer, and he actually didn't respond. And then he told that one time he responded, he said the case is under investigation. Only that, because for the first place, a complaint, lodging complaint was actually difficult for us, even for me and my auntie, who actually went to the nearby police station, and they said the report has been done on management side, so the investigation is going on. That's it.
And this was told to you over the next few months?
Yeah, next few months. Whenever I called or messaged the person in charge, and they will actually reply, the case is still ongoing. I mean,
So at which time? Okay, let me understand it. So at which time did you actually, for the first time, hear that there was a date, which was September 9th?
It was on the Monday, I think. This last Monday, 30th August, when they actually, I think Sunday or Monday, when they had the first press conference saying that the case will come back to the hearing on 9th of September. And then I know, okay, it's still ongoing. Okay.
Okay. But this was the time that your uncle had passed away already, correct?
Already passed away. Yeah. Just 3 days after he has passed away.
Okay. Before we get to that point, during this 8 months, can you describe to me, like, what is going on? Can you at all talk to me about what your auntie was going through, what your family was going through? Because I can't imagine 8 months of someone lying in a hospital, unable to.
Okay.
What was that like?
Actually, it was very difficult because earlier uncle has to be admitted at hospital Raja Permaisuri Bainun with the initial surgery was quite a major one, where they want to evacuate the clot. So they did a cranectomy. It means the one part of the skull has been removed. Major surgery has been removed, and his those clots and everything was cleared, evacuated. And what happened, the next moment, uncle actually fall into coma, and he was actually transferred to high dependency unit ward with the help of the ventilator for a few days. And then at the point of time, still it was a MCO point of time, so my auntie was allowed to actually go and talk to the doctors, but she was actually she was actually very exhausted, depressed, and devastated due to the incident. And she was asking my help to speak to the doctor in charge, and I was actually doing the follow up with the medical officers, the surgeons, throughout the process. Every morning I had to go to the hospital. Literally, despite of my work, I have to go there and wait for the doctors to come for the ward rounds, and I have to ask all the managements and everything. So this was actually happening for the first 3.5 months till about March 10, and due to like it's a bit prolonged, and doctor already told me that your uncle is going to be like this in this stage. where they call it a bedridden stage, vegetative stage. Is due to the, by the point of time, the surgeries come up to about 7 to 8 times already, about eight surgeries at the same site of injury, but the site was actually different because it was every time different procedure has been done to him.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I can, just is also is difficult enough. I can't imagine what your auntie and the family was going through. Um, so, number one, to everyone who's watching, I, I, I hope I know. I hope you're everyone is feeling this as much as I am, and please, even if you're watching this, and thank you for refraining from making any judgmental statements in the comment section. But please do keep commenting and sharing. Um, okay. Without getting into any areas of legal concern, um, during this time, what are you guys thinking about? The person who the accused who's done it. You've seen the video, but the video was not released on social media at that time, correct?
yes, yes, it was not released. Yes.
And then the first time I heard about it, I think was 29th or 28th of August. Um, so what happened? How come suddenly it became released? What was the catalyst for that? What caused that?
Okay. Earlier, due to the, I think the police, as for the police side, they were actually doing the investigation, but we are unsure and we are uncertain about the legal thing that was going on with the assailant and what happened to him. We are not sure, and in
At this
fact,
time, sorry, at this time that you actually had no legal advice or
no.
no legal representation. Yeah,
Personally,
lawyers are expensive. Yeah.
so personally, I was actually asking one of my friend, and like I was asking few friends, including my siblings. They were actually doing their work, so called their homework, by calling all those legal advisors, and I was asking what actually we need to do, because it's like we're being hopeless. And then those people, they said they were actually telling us that actually case is supposed to be come into the, when they already done the investigation, there's supposed to be there's supposed to be few hearings, but in this case you are not informed anything about it. And as a family member, yeah, there's a lot of disappointments, because we wanted to go and meet the in charge officer, the investigative officer, but we couldn't do that. Whenever we set appointment, we go there, we couldn't actually meet him. He has something on, regarding the investigation and all that. And okay, we are not that judgmental at that time, but at a point of time, even I was actually discussing with my sisters, and I even told my auntie regarding this. I said the thing has been being prolonged now. It's been like more than 3 months. um, I felt maybe there might be no end for this. How about we can try to share this about this matter in the social media. I was asking my siblings,
When
and
this was around March, April,
yeah, around
you
March,
said three
April,
months. Okay, and
3
then
months. And then they told me, they said it's not a problem of sharing to the social media, but what about if anything that might happen, you know um, the consequences out of this exposure. And then even I told my auntie, I said we can't be waiting any longer, because uncle's condition is like he's bedridden already. He's on the bed. He's alive, but he's immobilizing. He's not moving. Nothing, going on there. And there's no proper judgment. We don't know what happened to the assailant, and he might be out of bail or what. We are not so sure. So, but my auntie and a few legal advisors advise us not to actually do that. Don't actually expose it to the social media yet, because your uncle is.
so
I mean, the
what changed?
what changed, because was actually
What changed?
what changed, because I would say that uncle's condition went worse worse, and I really got fed up with all these things all the while. For 8 months, was actually doing lots of trying to asking help here and there, but we have like we have got no resource, and due to financial constraint, my auntie actually can't uh, set a legal advisor, and we thought it's better for us because uncle's already has already gone worse and passed away, and there's no longer, if I'm not going to expose this anytime soon, nobody will know about it. It's basically we need the truth to be known by everyone. It's regarding justice, and the main,
So what? This is after he passed away, is it?
yeah, just right after he passed away, we have decided we are going to expose it. So we have done that, and after the exposure through the social media, uh, I'm I'm already like getting lots of calls from the NGOs or different people, different organizations asking about this issue, and they themselves told that why is it so late? Why last year's incident is being exposed now? And I said it's just for justice. The main thing is for justice because uncle's supposed to not. Sorry to sorry, Arith.
It's okay.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
Uncle's supposed to not die.
Yeah.
He was a healthy man. Got no health problem at all. I'm just doing this for to get the justice for him because it's just wasted, and due to that, we have lost our beloved uncle, the sole breadwinner for his family. He's an innocent. He's an innocent. He's an angel.
Tell me about him.
So sorry. So,
It's okay. Take your time.
yeah, and now it's a turnover. I mean, the turning point of this 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 case, and we are getting all the updates, and all those organizations, they all are coming up to offer help. I'm very thankful to them.
Um, yeah, it's. I mean, I. Yeah. So I'm a normal layperson. I saw the video and I was wondering, oh, well, when did this happen? And then I've already found out later that the incident was over 8 months ago, and then the gentleman in the video passed away. So even in my mind, I was thinking, hey, that's a little bit weird. But uh, uh, for whatever it's worth, I'm glad that there is some attention on this for your family's sake.
Yes.
How's can I ask how your auntie is doing? How is she doing?
Auntie is still in the point of depression, and although she's like getting all the help from different organizations and all, she's been telling me, even telling the family members, that she misses uncle a lot, and she said she's very lonely. She she still need some time to accept this.
Yeah, I hope. I pray that she will find peace in his not just his death but his life.
Yep.
Um, so just for the sake of letting the audience know, I mean, people want to be asking about the accused and what happened to him and all. Nelson, as well as myself, know we need to be a little bit careful about this because
Yep.
there is a case date, and apparently, if I'm not mistaken, they've now changed the charge.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep. Yep.
Have they changed it to 302?
302
Which is it's a charge of murder, or a
murder.
charge of a death. Yeah.
Yep.
So so right now, okay, you just give me the facts as it stands today. Or what information has come your way about the charge, the date, and what is going to happen next? What do you know so
Uh,
far?
I knew that the hearing will be on 9th September, next week Thursday, and after immediate exposure to the social media, and I would like to thank our lawyer, who is the member of parliament of Ipoh Barat, uh, YB Kulasegaran. He's actually handling this case. He'll be our lawyer, our side lawyer, and he's doing the necessary things that to be done just before the hearing. And finally, 2 days back, the new investigative officer actually called us, my auntie, my auntie and I, to the police station to actually get our statements to proceed with
Oh,
the case.
when did this happen?
2 days back, it was on the Independence Day, 31st of August.
Okay, you will never forget that day.
Yeah,
So during, can I ask, like, so it's a new IO on the case,
yes, new
um,
IO.
and how was that process? Did it?
Mm, it,
How
it
did
was
they
it was
leave you?
it was a smooth process. I He was like really patient to ask us and to actually come up with our statement. He wasn't actually rude. He was okay, and I just be cooperative, be cooperative with him, and this for our uncle's justice. I just thought in my mind it was just okay for uncle's justice. We are going to do our best. That's it. That was only motive in my mind.
Yeah, I think that's all you can really hope for, is that his memory is not in vain. That, as you say, he was healthy. He was, in your words, I think you use the word angel. Um, that you hope that there is some closure to this, where, in
Yes.
your words, justice. Um, just to warn you, this may not end anytime soon. Cases can go on for a long time. I'm sure your lawyer has explained to you.
Yep. Yep.
Has your lawyer told you, like, what are the potentials? What's the process next? Like, what happens September 9th? What happens after that? What could happen? Like, has
Yeah,
he prepared you for that?
a little bit of some summary what is going to happen. He actually told my auntie, and I got to know a little bit. Probably that might not end on that day itself. It might be uh, prolonged, maybe another few more months, or maybe 6 months to a year. But we are ready. Yes, we just want the justice, no matter who is the assailant.
Yeah, I what is, other than the obvious distress and heartbreak for your auntie and the family, what is upsetting for me is um, the people taking racial overtones about this. To me, this is just, uh, it is an incident. It has happened. There are no good race or bad race. There are good people and there are bad
Yep.
people,
Yep.
and I'm glad to hear from your tone of voice, from your demeanor, that there doesn't seem to be that kind of, you're just out there for justice. You're not out there to make a point about a
Yep.
certain race. So um,
Exactly.
how has the response been from the public, from strangers, from social media,
They've been very
especially
supportive.
towards you?
Our Malaysian, I would say Malaysian, because no race, no color, nothing, no difference.
So,
We are just
sorry, Nelson. I just want to bring up this. Atira Rama says, he's a viewer. I live I live. I think it means I live in Majestic Condo. I've personally met with him, Thava. He was a gem of a guy, respectful to people, and my family was devastated to hear this. Thank you very much,
Thank,
Tira Rama. Thank you. Um,
thank you.
so yeah, so this is an example of the public in that case. So public have been supportive.
Yes, very highly supportive. I'm so thankful to everyone. So thankful to everyone, all the Malaysians. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of calls. I sorry I can't take a lot of calls. Even 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm receiving calls and messages from you guys saying that we are behind you. Huh? We are becoming your backbone. Stay strong. That word that reassures me of my confidence that my uncle would actually get a justice for this, for what has happened to him.
Yeah, I think that's all. That's all anyone can ask for is just a sense of justice, a
Yep.
sense of okay, we can now have closure. Something has happened, especially since you spent the first 8 months not knowing what was going on.
Yep.
Um, and I do hope that your auntie is able to get past whatever she's going through at the moment. Uh, is there anyone staying with her at the moment? Who does she stay with?
She's staying nearby my house at Ipoh, and she stays alone at a house. But we usually, because due to the prayer and all, usually my mother will actually, I will go to her house and spend some time with her during this past few days. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm sure she. I'm sure she has heard it 1,000 times, but please convey my deepest condolences to your
sure.
mother as well.
Yes.
Uh, how close were you with what did you call him? Did you call him uncle or Uncle Tava or what did you call him?
Uh, I call him in the Tamil we usually call uh, Chitapa.
Chitapa. So how
Yeah.
close were you with
Oh,
Chitapa?
he's very dear to me because I remember past in the year 2009 where I was contracted pneumonia and I was admitted in GH Ipoh for about 14 days. I had a serious lung infection, and during the first week that my parents, because my parents was working at that point of time and they couldn't actually spend some time to take care of me at night, and uncle always comes for the first week. He just came for about 5 days. He doesn't care about his tiredness or what. He just be there for me. He took care of me like his own child. He was really um, I there's no there's no other words. Actually, he's such an angel. Not only that, when I always go to his house, and his the way of he's very hospitable. Cooks. He asked my auntie to cook for us, and just spend his money for food and whatever we want. Yeah. Actually, I got no words. I
Sounds like
had so kind, so compassionate.
uh, uh, I uh, I I have to say when I look at his the photograph that has been spread around, he looks like a serious guy. He looks like, yeah, don't mess with me. But mostly the serious guys are really, they have a heart of gold underneath. So,
Yep.
okay.
Exactly.
So here's what I want to ask. And there's no way, I don't think there's any one correct answer to this question. You say you are looking for justice. At the end of the day, justice can be interpreted in many different ways. And um, at the end of the day, I think the most affected by this is probably your auntie. And w- how do you hope that this whole situation plays out, specifically in terms of how your auntie is going to get past this? What do you hope can happen? Because um, your uncle, his memory will be with you forever.
Yep.
He won't be back, but his memory will be with you forever. How do you hope this plays out? This ends up.
And so, Probably what I would say is we got to be patient with because we already been patient for 8 months, and nothing happens in one night or in one
Yeah.
day. So I just pray. I pray to God. I believe God so much, and He actually placed all these things, already planned all these things earlier, and it's about what it's about justice. It means it's about the real justice. But anything could happen. I know that there will be other possibilities, but whatsoever it is, the justice must be prevail. Only that. How long it doesn't matter, but justice must be prevail. That is only that's one of my only hope for my uncle, for my late uncle.
Okay. Um, you say he treated you like a son. They didn't have the children themselves, right?
Yeah, yeah. They
So
children.
okay. Um, before we go, di- when was the last time you saw him, your uncle?
The last time I saw him was I would say that a week before he passed away.
But was he in a state of coma at the time?
Yeah, when I saw him, I knew that he wouldn't be living longer because of his condition, out of his condition, and with the tube, with the tracheostomy tube, and all that. A lot of tubes, a lot of pain, sufferings. I would, I already like, I would know that okay, probably another few days, the uncle's going to leave us.
Can I ask, did you say anything to him? Did you speak to him in your heart or
I,
out
I,
loud?
I just say that if it is possible that God could have do something, probably my uncle would be alive. But I told my heart, I said thank you so much for everything what I've done. I just hope if you were to go, um, I wouldn't let this. I would say that actually I hope that definitely there will be possibility there will be a justice after this. Probably maybe after his death. I wouldn't just let him go just like that. Yeah, and God is awesome. He plans everything. Till today, I'm still in a state of I still can't forget him. Never forget him. Every night I can't even sleep till now. In every night I can't sleep. I can't have a peaceful sleep thinking about him.
I have to say this: you don't sound angry. There's a lot of people on social media who are angry, but you, to me, at the moment, don't sound angry. Are you? What are you feeling about all of
Feeling
this?
earlier, I was actually angry about it, angry about what has happened, and angry about a lot of things. Why is it not going well? Why is it like? Is he like because um, the person who has done this, because the person who had done this never called us, none, not at all once. Never called us, never called my auntie, never called me, never asked about us, how are us, how are we doing, what is happening to our uncle, what is he going through. So yeah, there was anger, but now if I get angry also, I would say only one difference: anger for justice. But I don't know how both connects because um, if I feel angry, will my uncle be back? No, definitely not. He's already there. I mean, been buried, you know. So only I would say that it's okay. God is planning everything. Just go with a plan and justice. Just one word: justice must be prevailed. I don't want this thing, this the same incident to happen to anybody. Not a security guard or what. Not to any layman.
Justice must prevail. Yeah. Nelson, I first of all, I just want to say that I'm deeply honored to be able to speak to you, um, and I do hope that number one, I'm glad that you are not angry, because I know there's a lot of angry people out there, and anger doesn't help, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, and I hear and I understand you are also very deeply religious, and I think that is an amazing quality to have. And I'm glad that people have come and shown you a lot of support, and I do hope that you do find justice. Before we uh, say goodnight and bring this to an end, is there anything you'd like to just say finally to those who are watching? Because I think if they've appreciated this as much as I have, it has been a very valuable experience for me. Is there anything
Yeah.
you'd like to say to
I just
everyone who's watching?
I just would say thank you for your support, endless love, unconditional love towards our family, uncle, and everyone, especially our close ones, our friends, those people who just rang and just even to wish condolence, and to ask about what are we going through and all. So just would like to say thanks to everyone. That's all.
If if for some reason the circumstances were different and your uncle were watching you on Facebook right now, and we were talking about something else, what what would he say to you? Like, did he follow you on Facebook, or did he know how all this social media
No,
worked?
he's not a gadget type one. He's very, I would say, old is gold, right? So he's
Old
more
school.
towards traditional ones. He's not a type of like he's not a techie person, but
Uh,
he respects the attitude, the manners. He has that, like man. What we would say that manners maketh man. So he's an example.
he was old school of like that,
Old school,
like
yeah.
traditional and follow manners and respect your elders.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Did he enjoy music or singing or movies or
Oh,
joking?
old.
What type of person was he?
He likes to talk when he's not that talkative or what. He has his time. Like when we talk to him, he will talk, and then he loves old music or old songs. I would say old
Old Tamil
songs,
songs?
old Tamil songs. Yes, yes, exactly.
Do you
And
know any of his favorite songs?
a lot actually. I'm not saying a lot, and for him, everything must be in order. Like you're. I mean, you're not supposed to sleep very late. You're supposed to get up early. You're supposed to shower. You're supposed to eat your meal on time. Everything on time. Sleep on time and all that.
Oh, so he
Very
followed a schedule,
yeah, for his schedule. Very disciplined and very up to his work. Very responsible man.
which now that you tell me that, that kind of explains why the first thing that came through your head when you heard about this was, oh, probably someone in the apartment tried to break a rule or something, and your father probably, your uncle, tried to correct him or tell him, because you knew your uncle is that type of person.
Yep,
Like,
exactly.
no swimming means no swimming. Turn left means turn left. Green light means go. Red light means stop.
Yep,
Ah,
exactly.
okay. How long had he been working at the? Do you know how long he'd been working at this particular
About
condominium?
5.5 to 6 years, he has been working as a
Oh,
security.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. Well, no wonder one of our viewers knew him and could speak so well about him. Did he have like any friends outside, other than your auntie? Like, did he have
He's
his?
more towards relatives. He sometimes goes to relatives' house. Other than that, he'll be at home only. And he got this pet. He got three dogs, stray dogs that he took care of.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Yeah, he loves animal, pet, stray dogs and cats. and he actually
Oh,
spends for their food and all, for their medication, for their um, and yeah, he's that.
okay. That tells me everything I need to know about him. Any person who looks after strays, dogs and cats, and takes care of them is definitely compassionate,
Yep.
has empathy, and to use a English phrase, uh, understands how the underdog feels, understands how the small person feels.
Yes. Yep.
Um, here's before we leave. Here's what I want to say. Um, every society, including Malaysia, has its problems. Yeah. Um, but I believe that there are many good people, and like your example, your uncle, for example, and I think it is just up to us to recognize that good will prevail.
Yep.
That yeah, I understand your search for justice, and I do hope sincerely that not only will justice come come, but that your hearts will heal, specifically for your auntie's will as
Yep.
well, because at the end of the day, justice is justice, but the heart is the most important thing. Um, but I thank you for your time, Nelson, and also
Thank you.
please, say hi to your auntie, and be by her side as much as you can, because I can, like you said, it's not going to be over in one day or a night.
Yep.
Are you married or in a relationship yourself?
No, I'm still single, and
Ladies, you know where to go to find. No, sorry, I didn't mean to set that up. Yeah, why you single, bro? Why you single?
mm, maybe I thought my how would I say, my responsibilities still don't end here. Probably I have my time, or I would have my time, yeah, for all that.
Yeah. I don't know why, but you sound a little bit like, I don't know your uncle, but what you just said sounded a little bit like what he might say. Like that time will come. I have my responsibilities right now. I will handle that later, but I got to do what I got to do now.
Yep.
Nelson, thank you so much. Thank you really from the
Oh
bottom of
yeah,
my heart for being here with us.
yeah. Thank you for you yourself as well, Harit, bro.
Do you want to share? I'm sure you're getting. Don't share your phone number, but I'm sure. How are people able to reach out to support your auntie or yourself via a Facebook page or something? Or is there any avenue that support can be shown and given to yourself and your auntie?
Yeah, through Facebook, and actually, I've actually wrote my phone number, contact number, when I actually exposed about this case.
Oh, no wonder lah.
A lot of calls.
Cool. You got to be careful about that, because
Yeah,
there's some crazies out there, bro. But okay, so I do hope, guys, just go on social media. On Facebook, you are Nelson Raj,
yeah,
Nelson Raj, correct? Um,
Raj.
if you want to reach out and support the family, and more importantly, just reach out and support anyone, because like Nelson said, you don't want this to happen to anyone else. You don't want the unknown, the not knowing what's going on for 8 months. You do that. That's probably the worst feeling in the world, not knowing what's going on. And I'm so glad that you are past that stage, and you're now moving on to a different stage right now. So Nelson, thank you very much again for being with us. Please send my sincerest love and condolences to your auntie,
Yeah, sure.
and we'll definitely keep in touch. And I'll be keeping an eye on the proceedings. Thank you again, Nelson.
Thank you, brother Harit. Thank you so
Good night.
much. Good night. Good
Take
night.
care. Good night.
Thank.
So, guys, that was Nelson Raj, nephew to Mr. Thava Sagayam. Yeah, so I think there's nothing more that I can say. We leave it in the hands of uh, the justice makers. I just want to address one issue. When I posted up that I'm going to be talking to the nephew of Mr. Thava, a lot of posts came up saying, "Yeah, what about Adib? What about Adib, the fireman, Muhammad Adib?" Guys, just for your information, if you don't know, the gentleman in question, Muhammad Adib, the incident happened in 2018. To be honest, um, I thought that the issue was settled. So a lot of people who were saying, why are you talking about this? Why are you not talking about that? I just want to say something. At the end of the day, I am not an investigative reporter. I am not out to get anyone. I am not out to cure the ills of a nation or to solve any real issue. At the end of the day, I'm just asking a simple question: what's going on, Malaysia? That's my question, and I bring on the guests on my show to help me answer this question. So, for example, the gentleman Nelson. Is in the middle of a viral story where someone ends up in hospital for 8 months and then passes away, and then people begin to take notice. So I asked the question, what's going on, Malaysia? And I think by talking to Nelson, I have not found the answer to the question, what's going on, Malaysia? But what I have found is, and I thank Nelson for this, is that the lack of anger, because I see in the posts, in the comments, a lot of people are angry at the accused, angry at the perpetrator, angry at the government, angry at the police, angry at the rich, angry at the poor. There's a lot of anger going around, and I believe in my heart that anger doesn't solve anything. Anger inflames. Anger makes things bigger, and sometimes anger makes things worse. So I am glad that we did not experience this. That anger was part of this issue. Hold on, Sam. I don't understand this. Sorry, my wife handed me a message just now. But the idea is that this program is just, I have conversations with people and I find other people. Now, to be honest, I'm going to go and investigate this case of Muhammad Adib and find out what's been going on. And if it piques my interest, who knows? I may be talking about that. But for tonight, I was talking about Mr. Thava, and I'm so glad I got to know a little bit about him through his nephew, and I hope you did too. If you've been watching this program, you've been sharing it, thank you so much. If you've not been sharing it, why not? Dudes, why not? Please, even if you're watching this, I know a lot of people watch this the next day. You don't watch it on Thursday night, you watch it on Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whenever you're watching it. Continue to share the episode. So why do I say this? Because I think tonight's story is something that we need to share, because we need to hear about the family. We need to hear about what's going on with them, and we need to understand why things happen the way they happen and how to deal with them. So, guys, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this story, and I hope that you do too. And please leave a comment and share the post as well. Leave a review for the program if you've liked it. # What's Going On Malaysia. With that, I want to say thank you very much. I'm going to be in Kedah very early tomorrow morning with the whole branch, trying to support some of the people who have been affected by the floods there, not just last week, but semalam as well. So, terima kasih sekali lagi to everyone who's watching. And please keep a lookout, subscribe, share, follow, and find out when the next episode, which is going to happen very soon, of What's Going On Malaysia, will be coming your way. I'll see you guys real soon. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum. Good night.